So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. Oh man, I have been waiting for this show. I have been so excited for this show for like a couple days right now. I'm just excited to share with you because it's about anticipation. Yeah, I mock myself a little bit, but the truth is, it is so powerful as a motivational driver. I use it all the time. We're going to talk about that today and why you need a little bit more anticipation in your life, and sometimes that'll mess with you too, because it's off in the future someplace. But I'll explain why and how this actually works and why I want you to have things to look forward to. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. It is a daily boost. It's me, Scott Smith, doing this thing. 5,000 plus episodes. Started this in way back in 2000. Listen, I've been talking about being motivated. I don't want to bring you down right now, but here's the thing. Come here, real close, okay? Let me just be very clear about something. What I do today took place because about 20 years ago, my wife died. That was it. The very day I launched this business, I got a terminal diagnosis, and then she died 100 days later. And here I am still talking to myself on a podcast, right? This business launched because even in the face of what was and became certain death, I saw the possibilities. I saw keeping your chin higher. I saw not just being motivated and just seeing the world for, oh, look, it's so pretty and we should just see the love and the light. And yeah, I believe all that stuff. I do. But man, sometimes the demons get in the way. Sometimes stuff happens. It's like, how do you do this? The world is a pretty place when you just expect it to be ugly. Does that make any sense? It does, right? 20 years ago, my wife died, that's ugly thing. But I in that moment, I made the decision. I said, you know what? I'm just going to take it on and embrace it. I don't want to be a widower at 46 years old. That happened. I just worked it out and kept going. And since then, I met thousands of people, and it's been kind of fun. And you know what? When you get real about it, when you just relax a little bit and surrender a little bit and say the world's going to be kind of evil and crazy sometimes, and we're just going to be upbeat and positive and optimistic and go make it work anyway, boom, life happens. And man, I'm pumped up today. Slow down, Scott. I literally got an email the other day, Scott. You talk too fast. I know if you can't deal with talking fast, sorry, can't help you. I tried to slow down, but that's boring to me. I can't do it. Sorry about that. That's what I said, really. I'm sorry. I'll try, but no, I won't. I'm not going to try. Why is it too fast for you? Well, I listen on twice or 2.5 times speed, and stop it. Don't put your problem on me. Okay, we're going to have some fun today. Science of anticipation. A major motivational driver. Okay, so anticipation, it's a very, very powerful and potent motivational force in your human psychology. And about 98.8% of the people listening to this show are human. We have not determined what the others are. I do believe some of you are like a resident alien. You haven't seen that show. That's fun. I think some of you are probably aliens. So you probably are. And you're listening to this show to figure out life because you came to the planet. It's like, oh, everybody listens to Daily Booze and Scott will tell us how humans really work. And it's like all the Chinese and Japanese people. They listen to me to learn to speak English. God help them. Anyway, human psychology needs this motivational force called anticipation. It's a very interesting way of doing this. And unlike a very simple reward kind of thing that's happening, anticipation creates a different value set altogether. More excitement, more motivation than an actual reward itself. What? Yeah. Anticipation is actually the reward. Isn't that cool? It's like goal setting. Sometimes people say, I set a goal, then I achieved my goal, and I was kind of let down. I said, well, you got your goal. Yeah, I just, you know why? Because the anticipation of getting the goal drove you more to the goal. The journey, it's all about the journey, not the destination. Heard that stuff before, right? It's true. That's the way the mind is. It's more about the anticipation of what you're going to get than getting it. That's it. It's like buying a boat. It's a whole lot more fun to think about buying it than buying it. And it's a whole lot more fun to anticipate selling it someday. It is. Although in that case, the reward of selling is pretty damn good. I got to admit that. Okay, maybe it's a different rule there. Why does this happen? It's dopamine. The brain's reward system, dopamine. A lot of talk about dopamine these days. But dopamine doesn't happen when you get the reward. Dopamine happens when you anticipate the reward, which is why dopamine, overeating is interesting. You know, you're not getting the dopamine because you had too much to eat, and you're not overeating because you're so full you can't take any more in you. You're overeating because dopamine is saying, give me more. I anticipate more. And eventually the dopamine will say, okay, I anticipate just going to the bathroom and puking. And now that becomes the reward. I'm not going to eat anymore. Oh man, did I say puke 2 days in a row? I'm so sorry. It is September. It's been a long summer. Y'all been on vacation and stuff. I've been working hard. Where you been? So let's talk about this anticipation engine that I like to talk about. That's what I call it in my world and Face Your Passion. When you come to my world and I start coaching you, there's a few things I have to do right away. And I've done this a long time. And I've got tons of case studies and we work with people every single day. I just know it works. You can't talk me out of it. So we become aware of what's going on in your life. We basically figure out what the good stuff is and we find ways to do more of that. And we figure out what the bad stuff is. Sorry, my jaw broke there a second. Figure out the bad stuff and we get rid of that. That's what we do. Easy stuff, right? And the other thing I install very quickly in people is an anticipation engine because based on extensive research, man, this thing works. So if we had an anticipation engine, we would think that we probably had a formula for how this works, and it does. So let me run through this. You don't have to understand this. All you need to know is this.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Having something out in front of you anticipate is very cool. Now, in my case, I like to buy concert tickets. I'll get a wild hair. Maybe I'll see a commercial or somebody say, hey, you're going to go see Chicago for the 17th time. Well, there's only one left, but why not? One member. It's 2 or 3 members, I guess, these days. I'll buy a ticket to go see Chicago. Say, honey, come on, we're going again. And suddenly I'll see, hey, there's another band. There's Kool in the Gang. Oh, man, I'm 60s, 70s, 80s. What's in the 90s? I can't tell. Ricky Martin, he's in town. I'll buy a ticket to that. No, I wouldn't do that, but you get my idea, right? So the trick is this. I start buying these tickets, and I'll buy a good ticket. And I'll put it in my Apple Wallet, and it's on my calendar. I'm going to this concert. It might be 9 or 10 months away. You know what happens? I get excited about it. I start listening to more of their music. I say, that's cool. I remember that song. Man, I hope he sings that one. It's going to be at the end. I know it's the big song. It's the encore, the fake encore that they don't do anymore. They just say, we're going to fake, the deal, right? That's going to be the case. So I'm going to buy this thing. I get so excited by it. And then you know what I do? I go on Ticketmaster and I revel at the fact that I have better seats than the other guys. And then I start thinking, well, look, it's almost sold out. I hope it gets sold out. Man, this is going to be a great show. And the other part is, too, that if it doesn't get sold out, you're like, man, this is going to suck, right? Anticipation is a cool thing. So here's why I set it up like that. A couple of components here. Expectation is everything. Your confidence that you're going to get the outcome you want. If it's a 10 on a scale of 0 to 10, man, you're going to have some amazing anticipation. In other words, if you expect something from this thing that you put out in the future, but you're like, oh, maybe I'll get it, you're probably not going to get excited about it. So if you put something boring on your calendar and you wonder why it's not working for you, well, there you go. But if something exciting on your calendar, personally exciting to you, is going to fire you up. And that's going to make life better because now you're leaning forward into something. Next, the value, the perceived importance of what's going on. Another part of this component, really, if you think about it, it's kind of a power component. The value of this. If you anticipate that there's going to be strong value, you're going to get something. So back to the concert thing. If I'm going to go see a concert from a band that maybe I grew up with sometime in the last lot of years, and I think I'm going to relive some memories and have some fun, man, that's a big value to me. If I think I'm going to have to bleep out every other word that I hear at a concert, there's no value for me. I'm not going to go. Okay, boomer. Hey, we invented those words, or at least we made them better. Yeah, we did. Boomers have a lot of value here. Yeah, I know, but we created that stuff. How about focus? When it comes to anticipation, if it draws your focus, it's really good. You want something that draws your focus. Just my last motorcycle trip, that drew my focus. That was great. Funny, when I was up there, I had to work so hard riding the motorcycle. I had a great time doing it. It's just really technical roads I'm riding. I could die at any moment, right? It wasn't nearly as much fun as anticipating it. And it's not anywhere close to as much fun as anticipating the next time I get to do it. I think we're going to New Zealand. No, that's not the motorcycle trip. It's something else. It's something like that. Barrow, Alaska. I don't know. We'll figure that out. How about time delay? The distance before you get to the anticipated outcome is so powerful. And the further out it is, the less your brain can actually kind of make sense of that. So if you're putting something 5 years out, 5 years we're going to do this, blah. It's like retirement. People plan 5. It's hard to really imagine that because you can't even see it. But boy, when it gets within 6 months, it's exciting, isn't it? It's the same thing. So as we build an anticipation engine in our life, we want to look out and say, okay, well, how far are we going? How do we fix that? Very simple, by the way. Have something you anticipate this week and next month, and maybe a year from now, but a lot in between. And what ends up happening is you get very excited about what's closest to you. Oh, here we're going to go to another wedding, get to have a romantic weekend. Yay, throw some. Well, they don't throw rice anymore, do they? Yeah, they don't do that. What do they throw these days? That's kind of weird. I'd rather throw rice. Never like that anyway, but if you're going to do it, let's make at least a few people mad. Yeah, the time delay. If it's really close, then you're excited. If it's really far, you're not. So again, if you're not excited about what you're anticipating, you can see it's not valuable enough for you. You don't think it's going to happen. Maybe it's too far off. We got to make it real and get closer. And finally, I think probably the final one here that we're thinking about in trying to create our own anticipation engine. I named that, by the way. Don't you steal that from me. I've been using it 20 years. It's all mine. The degree of unpredictability about the outcome, man, that's huge. If you have uncertainty that you're actually going to get this thing, that's even going to happen, there's no motivation. You're not going to be excited. You're going to lose the value of doing this. However, if you are so certain that this is going to happen, watch what happens. You're just going to get so excited by it. So I cannot overstate the importance of having something that you anticipate off in your future that you just get excited about. Even if people say, what are you so excited about that thing for? I went and saw Air Supply. I didn't even like Air Supply in the 80s. I thought, what is this? This is a rock band or what? They call themselves a rock band. Wink, wink. I went and saw them. I couldn't believe how excited I got to go see them. And secondly, I couldn't believe how these 70s-ish guys were actually really good. I came back telling everybody I went and saw Air Supply. They're like, you did what? I said, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't believe it. Can you believe it? You should see them too. When they came back, what did I do? I didn't go see them. I have no idea why. I should have. Maybe I enjoyed that much I didn't go. And that's where my story ends today. Hey, you want to send me a note? Say, hey, shut up. Doing a great job. Thanks. Whatever happens to me. Scott@dailyboostpodcast.com. Direct to me. And I shall respond to you in due time, my friend.